Okay, there we are. Sorry about fixing the light here. It's dark. There we go. Excellent. Okay, now the light's a little better. Hey, greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum. I apologize for this very late broadcast. I was just so swamped with everything at the museum and working on videos and working on our setting up our store a little bit better and categorizing stuff. All this, all this takes a lot of work. You know, who else? Let me tell you who else is going to be out there on the computer with a bunch of hard drives hooked up. And every category, I have a folder for everybody from Doug Wong to Joe Louis to Bill Wallace to Bruce Lee to Fumio Dimura to everybody you can think of. Um, I have a folder for each one of them with hundreds of pictures of them in each of them and their stories and different stuff in there. And who else is going to do that? Anyway, I'm glad to do it. I'm glad to do it. Somebody's got to do the archive. And I thank Black Belt Magazine for being our torch holder for so many of our pictures and stories. That's wonderful of them. But it shouldn't be their full responsibility, and I think it's important that a museum be here so we can take on the mantle should anything happen to any of the magazines. You know how it goes with magazines. So thank you to Black Belt to always keeping our archives for a long time, and hopefully the museum can carry that mantle for every magazine and every picture and everything else to keep our history alive. It's got to be kept somewhere, So we are hoping to be that place that people can turn to if they want to find out information about this person or that person or whatever. So that's what I've been doing. I've been cataloging like crazy. I just got to keep up. It's always got to keep up on here. Doing it. I wish I had more hands so I could do it. But it's a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work. But I'm working on it and making sure our history is kept alive. It's so important to us. It's so important to us, and I applaud all the magazines, Curtis Wong and so many others, Mike Anderson, so many people with the magazines, Alan Goldberg, so many people that have continued to have articles, and a lot of our people, and to keep a little of that history alive through print publication. So now, print publication is becoming a thing of the past, sadly, which I love, but somebody's got to do it. So I'm happy to at least be the person doing the archiving. I enjoy it quite a bit. I really do. I enjoy quite a bit keeping our history alive in that manner. I've got tons of pictures. I think I got maybe 200,000 pictures so far. So anyway, I just a couple of things real quickly. I won't take long at all. We just launched our Restart campaign. What is that? As you know, we have been closed for over a year now, and we are now reopened, but we can't open fully. We can't open the back area yet, but we're hoping that's going to happen in the hopefully in the next couple of weeks or month or whatever. They keep saying is going to reopen, and we'll see. In California, it's a little different out here, so hopefully we'll reopen. But a lot of our stuff, over a year of time, a lot of things not being used, they just don't work anymore. Or, you just got to keep these things moving, and dust has collected. I can tell you that. And curtains have been worn down, and our canopy, the sun has just eaten it galore, and it's just barely hanging on there. I think if you touch it, it'll turn to ash. It's like the terracotta soldiers. The color disappeared as soon as the air hit it, and it's kind of like our canopy is that way. So we got a lot of things in here. Our tiki guy, even though it's been up a while, hasn't been working enough, I guess, and he's getting stuck. So we need somebody to kind of fix that a little bit. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff in here that needs some repair that we didn't have the funds for at all. So we just didn't do it. And now that we're going to reopen, we just need a little funds to help us out. So we just launched our Restart campaign. I hope you guys will come on, everybody will come on board, tell others about us so they can help us out. We're trying to reach a goal of about $8,000. That'll help us out quite a bit. And that way we can get these proper curtains and a bunch of things that we can prepare. in the museum to host our events, our music stuff, music performances, mini concerts, different things like that. We hold all the time. In case you're not familiar with the Martial Arts History Museum, besides having an archive, a resource area, not yet an area, but at least I'm doing the resourcing, and we have an area that we do performances, and we set it up as designated for that performances. And the stage needs work. We have the stage area in the back, and that needs work on the walls and all that. It's all over time. It's worn down, and so we need to replenish that and to help us out in that area. So we are waiting for a grant from the SBA, and we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, we're going to need asking for about $8,000 to clean everything up in the whole museum and get it prepared. And hopefully we can start our events again, and that'll be really fun. If we can't have Dragon Fest, at least we can have our events. And we do events here at the museum about twice a month minimum, and sometimes 3 times a month. I know it's a lot of wear and tear, but they're fun to do. They're fun to do, and I just love people coming to the museum. And everybody loves coming here and having a good time. So we do our best to keep our history alive here and make it a home of the martial arts, a place where people can come and do book signings and do craft fairs and do music performances and honor days where we honor people and movie screenings and all that. So that's what it's all about. So we are always doing our best to keep that moving forward, especially during this time. So I hope you can join us at our Restart campaign. We just put it on Facebook. So I hope you can donate. Everybody just give it a little bit, and we'll get there very soon. Okay, fantastic. Okay, next thing I wanted to thank Peter Lee. Peter Lee is with Musashi, the swords and all that. And he's going to be donating a sword to us every month. And we're going to do an auction for the sword. So that's very generous of him. So thank you, Peter, for doing that. I'll give you the details on it later on when we start moving forward on that. So thank you very much. Our auction sales of the signed magazines have gone tremendous, just fantastic. So thank you, everybody, for coming on board. We've been averaging about $65 to $70 for a signed magazine, which is nice. We've gone up to $260 at one time. So to have a signed magazine from one of the artists is just wonderful. And we sell them, on a little auction we do on Facebook. And then we're trying different ways to get it out there. So thank you, everybody, for bidding on that. It's very, very kind of you. Also, to announce the Keychain Self-Defense is now active and available for tickets. What is the Keychain Self-Defense? Well, it's similar to the Kubotan. It is Vince Cesari, wonderful man from here, and it's going to show people. He teaches a class on they call it the Patriot stick, very similar to the Kubotan, and it shows you how to use it. So, which is nice, Hey, if you're going through a dark alley, you're going through a parking lot, put that phone away. Take that Kubotan out, or the Patriot stick out, or whatever you want to call it. Put some keys on there and have that out there, have it ready. Don't be watching your phone the whole time. You know what I mean? So just prepare yourself, guys. Just always be armed, I always say. So, the stick is not the perfect weapon, but it's a nice something you can carry with you. And at least it has a little form of protection on there. And that's very nice. Better to have a little form of protection than none at all. So anyway, you can't have spike shoes like me, but maybe you could later. Anyway, so that's coming up. It's going to be June 26th. It's an online live broadcast. So I hope you can join us on there, and that'll be fantastic. And purchase your ticket now, and that'll be great. That'll help us out. That'll help us out quite a bit. We were thankful for Robert Redfeather doing his. That was fantastic. Got some funds in, and this will help the museum as well. So thank you, everybody, in advance for getting a ticket at our event. Okay, and lastly, I just want to say many, many thank yous to several people who have done anonymous donations to the museum. Just had $200 just the other day. Someone came in and gave us a check for that. It's very nice. So if some people didn't want their name to be out there, so I respect that quite a bit. So I just want to say thank you to also another person who's now donating $100 a month. Thank you, beautiful person. just doing that. So thank you very much. So people are giving, helping out, and to help the museum continue and move forward until we get some more grants and stuff like that. We're filling it out all the time, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I'm anxious to go to the new place, and we'll see. We'll see. We just got to keep moving forward and go from here. Go from here. Okay, and as I say, as I close out, don't forget to get a cap. Yes, look at mine's a distress cap. Kind of, you can look closely, you can see the distress. See it? It's kind of cool. I like it. And it's a distress cap, but we have many different caps on Etsy.com for the museum. It's called Shop Museum. And we're going to be putting on tapes and all that coming up. But thank you, everybody's been ordering caps in the last couple of weeks. We just put it up there about a month or two ago, and people are starting to order more and more. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. That's very, very kind of you, and appreciate it very much. Word of note, museum will be closed this Thursday, which is June, I don't know, 16th, 17th, whatever it is, Thursday. And then also we'll be closed on June the 26th and 27th. I think that's the date, Saturday and Sunday. We had other commitments made before we knew we were going to be allowed to be open. So we had made these commitments a year ago. So we're going to be part of that. So just to let you know, we're closed at that time. Okay, then I think that's it. That's all the news and information. Thank you all again. I apologize for doing a broadcast so late. We usually try to do it earlier, but we just was swamped with a few things here. Mario Prado was here hanging out, having a lot of fun. Great Mario Prado from former Black Belt Magazine cover photographer Mario Prado. I've known Mario since we were in college together, so it's kind of fun to hang out with him all these years, you know. So anyway, okay, that's it. Anybody have any questions before I sign off? No? Okay. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You take care. Have a fantastic time, and please tell your friends about us. Come and visit the museum. If you haven't been in the Martial Arts Museum, come and visit later on. Okay? You take care. Bye, everybody.